here all night.
They're down at the, gather up their children.
Okay, we had some inquiries. We sent out the request for topics on retreat about the current state of the city's water supply. This item is strictly informational. There's no action really associated with it. We're just going to try to give you some basic information so you have some knowledge of the overall water supply plan. This may be a topic that comes up a little bit perhaps in 2025. Many people may be interested in, well, you know, are we doing what we can to ensure the city's water supply out in the future? If so, what are those things that we're doing? And so Carol will kind of walk you through this and probably move pretty rapidly. So stop her if you have questions. And again, it's just designed to tell you kind of where we're at on our water supply and where we're going. Carol?
I'll give you a quick update on water rights and our water supply current and future for both treated and non-treated water. So for our water rights, we actually do not have any water rights for domestic use. We purchase all of our water from Dallas Water Utilities, and we do have a 30-year contract for both our treated and untreated water. And our purchase treated water for Mid-County Freshwater Supply District, Castle Hills, that's via Upper Trinity, and Lewisville will assume that contract upon annexation. As far as water rights for irrigation, we have 475 acre feet, or that equates to 154.375 million gallons per year. And for irrigation, we use that for irrigation at Toyota of Lewisville, Railroad Park, and areas along the Trinity River. And down close to the Hebron 121 station as well.
And that's, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that is something that maybe Steve Backus doesn't get much credit for, but Steve basically got that water for us through the
Opportunity.
well, no, it's not opportunity, through the TNRCC and the court systems, and with the help of an attorney down in Austin obtained that. That is absolutely critical to those irrigation systems down there, and it saves us untold amount of money, so. Big deal.
And this is, we don't have to answer this here, but it's just, I'm curious. So the Castle Hills deal, we have the ability to supply them through our treatment plant and our contract, our treated and untreated Dallas water. And we're doing that. When it says we'll assume the contract annexation, is that the intent is to keep them on Upper Trinity, or do we
Yes.
think eventually we'll integrate them and phase Upper Trinity out, or?
No, that contract will remain with Upper Trinity, and upon annexation, they will still supply that water to the contract. We'll pick up the contract management contract.
What happens is you absorb the obligations of the district with respect to that contract when you annex them.
Okay.
And the way the system's built, with a limited amount from Upper Trinity, the infrastructure's already in place, so there's really no need to start moving and switching pipelines and infrastructure to carry our water into that one zone.
And that only serves property
South
south
of
44,
That's
not
correct.
44 also.
We won't absorb any water rights, we will just simply absorb the contract.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
Sorry. Thanks.
In our current water supply, our treated water, we have under contract 33.4 million gallons per day, and that is all through Dallas Water Utilities. And then the core, that is through Castle Hills, Fort Castle Hills via Upper Trinity. As far as our untreated supply, current supply, we have an unlimited supply from Dallas Water Utilities, meaning we can pump water out of Lewisville Lake as long as there's water in there, basically. But our plant is currently rated at 20 MGD, and our intake structure that brings the water to our plant is rated, has a capability of 40 MGD.
Is there a level that the lake gets to and they say you can't pump out anymore?
There is, but it's not for us that take water out for domestic use. That would have to get very, very low before we couldn't take any water. As long as we can pump it, we can take it.
The new intake, the 40 MGD with Upper Trinity, we can draw it out when there's only water left in the old river channel at 473.
Wow.
There's three filters in that new facility.
You can have that
Get down
lower
very deep.
That's quite strong.
And one other quick question, the 40 MGD intake, is that the combined intake for us of Trinity?
No, that's just strictly theirs.
That's just out?
Yes.
Okay.
The treated water supply of the city is 33.4 million gallons, and that's contracted through DW, and we get that through 3 connection points that are, we have 12.4 capability at our east side pump station, that's out to 121 at what used to be Kennebec Road. And our south side pump station, that's down by this Ridge Mall, across from the ball fields. That station is designed at 12 MGD, but we actually are currently contracted for 6. And then our newest addition is our Midway pump station out by station number 6. And we have the capability to pump 15 million gallons per day for that station. Although we have 33.4 under contract, our current demand subscription is only 9 MGD. The last time we increased our rate of flow, or our delivery, was on August 11th, 2000, and we increased that by 1 MGD. And our contract expires for our treated water in 2016. We don't anticipate any major changes with that renewal. That should pretty much stay the same. And continue with our treated water supply, we're currently working with DW to acquire an additional 6 MGD at Southside. If you recall, I said that that station is built for a 12 MGD capacity. We currently have contracted 6, and we're talking to DW to get an additional 6. The only restriction there at this point is that actually they cannot deliver that much water through that pipeline. And there again, we will assume from Upper Trinity the 4 MGD up on annexation, so that we'll carry that forward. Our treated water rate structure is a 2-part rate, a demand and volume, and we're currently effective October 1, 2012. Our demand charge is $202,785. That's per MGD per year. So if we're currently contracted for 9 MGD, that 202,785 times 9 is the $1.8 million that we spend a year on demand, whether we take any water or not. That is just the right to use that water. And then we actually pay about 37 cents per thousand per volume used. And our untreated, our raw water, we also have that under contract from DW, and all of our water that we take out of the lake comes from Lewisville Lake. It's treated at a future water treatment plant and then distributed to our residents. And our current water treatment plant is permitted by the TCQ at 20 million gallons per day. We can actually treat more, and that we're permitted right now for 20. We have an unlimited treaty withdrawal contract from DW, like we mentioned, that we can take water as long as there's water in the lake. And this contract also expires in 2016. We do anticipate that the limit will be imposed in this new contract between probably 40 to 60 million. We're currently the only raw water customer from Dallas who does not have a limit, and we fully expect that we'll get a limit. And our untreated water rate structure is just simply about 46 cents per gallon for 1,000 gallons of water used. When we draw that out of the lake, we only pay when we draw water out and treat that. Our future water delivery plan, we are projected at build out to be at 73 million gallons per day peak. And there again, our treated water, we're 33.4 to 33.9. That 33.9 assumes that we already includes the 6 that we were trying to get from Dallas at our south side connection. And then we'll also pick up a 4 MGD from Upper Trinity. And in untreated, DW will probably put a 40 MGD limit on that. It could be up to 60, but right now our current capacity at our plant is 20, and we're planning the next expansion to take the plant up to, it could be 2 expansions, but we're planning on 3 expansions to go to 36 MGD. That 36 is with current technology and on the current footprint. If we wanted to change technology and treatment process, we could probably get more at that location.
Harold,
Sorry, don't keep up.
go ahead.
You go with this guy.
A couple of questions. Permit, TCQ permit 20 MGD. Last summer, weren't we pushed to 26 or something?
Yes, we were.
And so, 2 questions. Obviously, we can push it to 26, but it's not rated for that. So what are the implications of that, and what are the implications of the TCQ permit?
What we did, running out of water is not an option for us, so
Okay.
we did a quick call to TCQ and asked for permission to produce more water through the plant than we actually were permitted to do. Because we can pump 40 in, but we're permitted to treat 20. And what we had to be careful is that we met our contact time for our disinfectant, which is chlorine. and that we made sure that we didn't have filter breakthrough, which is we have to backwash filters every so many hours. We were literally doing that around the clock. So we got an emergency approval, if you would, for short duration to do that. And we met all of our parameters, so.
The alternative to that would have been
Coming up.
Increasing-
going up on the
Yes.
DWU treated water.
And once you do that.
Once you do that, then you have that demand charge for it.
Would they be interested, TCQ be interested in giving us that extension permanent?
No. Well, because we would have to do either an expansion or plant enhancements. We'd already done some enhancements that got us to 20 on paper. We did some bench testing and proved that we could consistently meet the 20. So our plant actually was designed for 15 to 18, but we got it up to 20 just because on what we were able to do. So we'd already done that once.
Earlier you mentioned the technology, and different technology could result in different types of grading. What would you be talking about there?
You can go to different types of filters. You can go to, there's new treatment technology out that treats more water in a shorter space. We right now have clarification, sedimentation, very traditional processes. You can go to high rate filters. You can, we're actually looking into the ozonation of doing biological activated filters, which gets you super quick treatment through your plant, and you can do those things in a smaller footprint. So we'd be wise to look at newer technology.
If we do that, would then TCQ
Yes,
expand our,
yes,
which would protect us from having to go to Dallas for more water in the future, something like what we had there?
it could, but what we would look at is, you'd asked me to look it up today. You look at what does it cost you to treat the water and deliver it, and what does it cost you to purchase the water per gallon, per thousand. And that would be a determining factor as to how much you spend on your plant versus, but see, we got water contracted, we just haven't called for it. In our future treated sources, we can obtain water through the existing DW contracts for the 33.4 and through Upper Trinity. Our future untreated sources is, our plant draws out of Lewisville Lake, so we could actually, if Dallas was amenable to that, to change our contract between 40 and 60 MGD. Now, we can, our intake's at 40, in order to treat 60, we would have to make some major changes, but if, we could always go up to 40 with one or two minor plant expansions. And another way that we would get untreated sources is participate in the Ralph Hall project with Upper Trinity, and then the Oklahoma Water Project, which is ongoing right now. And we've kind of thrown our name in the hat on that one to take a look at that. And you see there the 5 participants there: Tarrant Regional, Upper Trinity, Denton, Irving, and Lewisville. Another opportunity that will be afforded us through Dallas is their eastern reservoirs will be coming online. Lake Fork already has a pipeline, and I think they're bringing water from Lake Fork to some degree. That's going to have another expansion. And Lake Palestine, I think, is going to come on in 2018. Now, the only issue there, that's more raw water, and you just have to get it to us, or it would come through treated, or transfer into other lakes. The future water rights, through the Oklahoma Water Project, that's probably the only opportunity for actual water rights. And the river, like Bob said, Steve's about to squeeze all that out that he can. And so there's not any more available rights, river rights right now. And so we will remain at the current 475 acre-feet. And that, like I said, equivalents to about 154 million gallons. That's a straight calculation. You take that 154,000 and divide it by 325, 781, and that's how you get the 465 acre-feet. We give you the two numbers because we have to report it to the state as to how much of that we use. And honestly, real quick, that is just, that has saved us a lot, watering the railroad park. Because we got calls all last summer, you mean I've got to restrict my water, and that water's just blowing and going out there, and it's very nice to say that water's coming out of the river, it's not costing you as a citizen anything. And the first year, we're in year 2 of this, the first year we didn't use a lot of it, but last year we pretty much used everything we had available to us. It was a big savings for us.
Steve, can you give a quick update on the Oklahoma project?
Yes, sir. The Oklahoma Water, Tarrant Regional is the primary intervener with three basic river basins in southern Oklahoma. And there's water basically through the Indian Nations ownership from the federal government years ago. And those separate nations are wanting to sell that water to anybody that would buy it. It's money, it's income. And so the state of Oklahoma, however, has a claim on it. So there's been basically a three-way argument from the purchasers to the Indian Nations to the state of Oklahoma. So that now has been the Tarrant County or Tarrant Regional, which we are, Denton, Dallas, and the group are all members of, and we're participants through the opportunity for 15 million gallons of water rights in this project. And basically, this is going to be heard in the Supreme Court, federal Supreme Court, in later on this year.
The most
So
recent,
it is-
the most recent court case litigation resulted in a ruling that Oklahoma could stop it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so,
Over the Indian?
yeah. So it may be an uphill battle, that may never materialize.
It may never materialize, but it may be another route that you have to buy the water from the state of Oklahoma.
That's what I was going to say, is Oklahoma objected to it because they don't get either proceeds?
It's a vicious circle of who has ownership and what, who wants what.
But they're willing to sell, the state of Oklahoma,
Well,
not through the Indian Nation.
No, they want it to be retained in the state.
Oh,
And Ralph Hall is kind of tied to this. Ralph Hall would be the collection basin or the primary source of this water coming into the North Texas area.
We've come a long way from not having any natural lakes.
Come a long way from not having any natural lakes in Texas except one.
Oh, I'm just saying, Oklahoma is now.
still have population.
Right.
I mean,
More populated, like-
population would be the version.
That's the only pretty picture we have.
Yeah, we
Is that pretty?
It was
I think
in
that,
the.
You might want to consult.
Is that a pretty picture,
It
John?
needs a little color.
So, now maybe this isn't the appropriate place, Castle Hills and our impact this year.
the emergency service that we're providing?
Yeah.
Well, right now you're selling a lot of water. A lot more water. than-
Yeah, are we in a situation where we may be buying a lot of water?
Well, they're supposed to be getting that pump station up and running, what's late date, Steve, Mayish?
Mayish, first of June.
This is kind of,
I
I'm trying to be doing this.
I asked Steve the same question Monday night. You want to tell him what he told me?
No, keep it secret.
Basically, the freshwater supply district is under an emergency design to completely demolish and rebuild their pump station. And we will review those plans when they, probably in different phases, when they get to 60% and 90%. We will be working with City of Dallas. I believe Carol's had contacts with them on how we handle the situation if we have to go into the summer. You know, let's say it's longer, say it takes to August before we get there. We're trying to work with Dallas and see if they will work with us without having to pay a demand, working on a, quote, emergency draw from them on the treated water side to supply Castle Hills. They've done that in the past, and Carol, you've got
One thing they probably, that we would ask that they might do, since this is temporary, it is an emergency situation, Castle Hills wouldn't have water if we couldn't provide it to them, is that they would sell us the water at a flat rate. There is that in our ordinance that we have, there is a flat rate in there, and for that short period of time that we would pay a flat rate, which is pretty high, and we would pass that along.
But we wouldn't be required to continue.
No, we wouldn't have to ratchet up our rate of flow and pay that forever.
Also, Castle Hills is in stage 2 currently on their water conservation plan. They did go during the 2 emergencies that occurred, the primary one, they did go to stage 4, which was no water at all. And we expect that will probably be kicked in with the 70-degree it's gonna probably start to tax their water system very quickly, and anticipate they will go to stage 3 or 4 probably in the next 30, 45 days.
And their stages are our stages,
Pretty much.
kind of sort
Except
of.
when they're not.
Well, all of them are the same. When you get to stage 4, it's no water, period. Zero. And from stage 2 to stage 4, it depends on, you know, how many times you can water a week and those kind of things. They have very little commercial, I mean, what I call heavy commercial users. Most of it's irrigation from the residents and/or the golf course, those kind of things. But the golf course is good because they use lake water or treated effluent.
They were using, Castle Hills was using a lot of water. It was scary, even though it was the middle of winter, but they were using a lot of water when they first came on our system. But that was because their entire system was empty. They had nothing in their tanks, nothing in their lines. You'd open tap and nothing happened. So it took 3 or 4 million to get them full and kind of leveled out where you're operating on the system flow. And so right now, they're not pumping, they have not exceeded their demand, which would be ratcheting them up. So if they can go like this, then, you know, we'll be okay till April. We won't get concerned about our usage going up till the day school is out. When school is out, it goes up immediately. 1 million gallons within 2 days.
Is that right?
Kids are stinky.
They start swimming, yeah, we'll keep a close watch on it.
What is it?
Keep the water more because the
Brown back
grass is
there.
turning brown.
It's weird.
Well, they're at home.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Nobody turns off the taps.
Okay, any other questions on that?
Thank you.
Good job, thank you. Thank you, Carol.
Okay, our last